Thanks, Sarika, and thanks for joining. It's a pleasure to have you.
Uh,
So,
but-
your voice have just gone. You have to be a little louder.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hi,
now,
everyone.
yeah, so that's better. Okay, so again, we are just going to take you through the journey. Sorry for the FB Live mess up, and we would like to make sure our community gets the similar feedback of what we normally do in FB Live. So tell us about your journey, Sarika. That was inspiring, but then because of the voice, we couldn't just hear about it. Go ahead and share your journey with us.
Okay. So, my journey started with the fact that I was born into a very conservative Marwari family in Calcutta. And like any other Marwari girl expected to get married at the age of 20, 21, even I was expected to get married by that time. But I had some other plans, and my family was quite supportive. So, I think I was the first girl who actually stepped out of the house to follow a postgraduate and do an MBA, live in a campus, and go and join a multinational company, travel the world, and go on a job. So that itself was my first action of rebel.
Okay.
And, uh, and then again, the next time it happened that I actually chose to marry a boy of my choice who was out of the community and the caste. And of course, the family at that point of time was not that supportive, but of course, they were happy for my choices made after so many years. So I have always tried to push the boundaries. I've always tried to push that when someone says, no, you can't. And I say, if that's my choice, well, why can't I? So that was always my motto. And that's what I to a certain extent I would really tell that it's my mother who actually said that yes you can. It's just that you need to think in that way. The same similar kind of thing happened. I was working with Merrill Lynch. I was working in a large blue-blooded investment banking firm, long hours, lot of travel. The first few years were perfectly fine, and but over a period of time, and specifically, I started noticing that a lot of women were dropping out of the workforce, and and it was not because just about the fact that the environment was not supportive. Banking, I can tell you for one fact that banking as an industry, I spent more than 12 to 13 years in banking career, has been generally been, most of the organizations have been very, very supportive of women, and we have seen a lot of women even at the leadership positions, just not at the junior level. So there was no dearth of a role model per se, but yet I saw a lot of my batchmates, a lot of my peers and colleagues dropping out. And then one another case so happened. Hello.
Yeah, yeah, we are here
Yeah,
listening.
then another case so happened was that while I was dealing with my clients, I also started noticing that when I started going into senior positions, they were still expecting me to bring a male colleague along with me. Some of the, not all of them, but some of the old patriarchy mindsets, a little older generation, because I'm managing their assets, I'm managing their wealth, I'm managing their company's financial uh, uh, liabilities and assets and everything. So of course, they used to feel this is their bastion. How can a woman actually can just come and tell them what's to be done? I mean, a
True.
woman doesn't know how to do finances, right? So
True.
that's the mindset. That got me very cheesed off. So of course, so there were small incidents, I would say, and one very big incident which basically stuck with me was that one of my clients' wife, she shared with me that her husband, who was my client also, was actually suffering from a terminal illness. And
Okay.
she was completely at a loss to understand that how can she take care of the business and the family and the
Mm.
wealth while she was also grieving for the loss of her spouse.
Okay.
But she was also very stressed out how she's going to manage everything. And it
Absolutely.
wasn't as if that she doesn't know, I mean, because she was very well educated. She came to from the best of colleges, but for the last 15 years, she has just been taking care of the kids and the family
Um,
and not stepped out. So
mm.
that these incidents basically shook me up and said, there's something wrong. We need to do something with the workplace inclusion. We need to something to do with the mindsets. And can we bring women into the workforce so that they can be financially independent?
True.
That's where my whole journey started.
Awesome. And you are living the talk where we are able to see many corporates are now talking about you. And congrats for this year award as well, right? For bringing it from WEF. So that is the amazing award to just to see that every year you're progressing. So that's really nice. So good about it. So,
Thank you, Manjula.
yeah, thanks for being with us as well, Sarika. It is a one way where we felt that we should be thankful for you also bring us, right, in the journey, just thinking about how to do about it. So that's amazing. So having said that, I would like to just take this discussion for the mentorship, because it's one of the key topic where you and me are talking about that. Mentoring is one of the way where we can just bring women back to the prosperity, independence, whatever we think about that. How is that journey started? Where I in a maybe you and me are having a 6+ months acquaintance now. With that, the lot more things I see. It's just not me. Wherever you just see, you keep handhold people and then bring that. Where did you learn and when did it start?
See, honestly, Manjula, this is nothing to learn about. It's a human nature. I, if I say that I was whatever I achieved or whatever I did it alone, that would be so stupid. There were always mentors in my life, whether it was my family, friends, colleagues, my bosses, and I've had some amazing mentors, both men and women, for that matter of fact. And even now, I get to learn so much. I mean, whenever I interact with you, Manjula, I also get to learn a lot about your industry, how things are happening over there in the technology space, because I don't understand technology at all. And I get to learn a lot from you as well out there. So I personally feel that humans by nature are very social animals, and that's why we are what we are. That's why we innovate. That's why we collaborate. That's why we stay in communities. So I don't see that when you're helping others, you should think about it that what's in it for me.
True.
I always look at it in this way that if I have something which can be shared, then I should. There's no two ways about it.
Absolutely.
And that's the spirit. I would say, Manjula, I think you are also a part of the Vital Voices alumni. And that's a spirit which is part of this beautiful group which I discovered in 2012. I was very fortunate to be nominated for various programs by Vital Voices. And I saw that is the kind of level of sisterhood in that case, because over there it's all women's all great women champions, women entrepreneurs, and whenever I meet them, I get so humble because they're doing such amazing amount of work, and they all reach out, they all help, they collaborate, and then that's the beauty of it. And remember this, that men have been doing this for a long time, and this bro code, so called the bro code, they somehow or the other able to manage it. Why do you think there's an old boys network?
True.
Men referring other men to various circles, various job opportunities. I mean, all these things has also in some ways, these networks, these influencers, these collaborations has also created a huge gap between men and women, because we have been in the houses where we have not been part of the large networks, where we have not gone out there. But I personally believe, as a human intrinsic nature, we are collaborative society, and as women, I think we are bigger collaborators. And it is a privilege that today, if you are in a situation that you are able to help someone, remember this, the feeling which I get if I'm able to help someone, that feeling is so precious that it is my privilege to be able to help someone, to be honest. So
Yes.
I learn a lot from that.
Yes, you're right. And the Vital Voices is such an amazing way to just learn and then give it back to that. And I'm just sorry to hold you on your heavy cold, and I'm just making you.
Okay, this cold is Delhi pollution. This cold is Delhi pollution, and we are suffering it big time. I'm hoping that Delhi government takes care of it, and citizens also pull together, get something out of this whole mess.
Absolutely, the pollution is a killer in Delhi, like any other city. This is the one city cursed with the pollution. No idea how to do what to do.
It's a beautiful city, but pollution kills us.
Pollution kills us. That's the major thing. Hopefully, as you rightly said, more than the government, citizens should take a step about it and do something to just recover from this. Okay. So the last query, just wanted to figure out what's your insight to shape up the women who wanted to come back to the career, Sarika. They all with the, some of them are, as you rightly said, worked in a very high position, taken the break for due to the family situation. Some of them had a very early career, again due to the family situation, marriage or husband relocation, all those things. What do you think you should be giving the insights to them to make them come back to the career?
So first and foremost, I don't see, if you have taken a break from your career, get rid of the guilt, get rid of the fact that you are lesser than anyone else. That was a choice which you made, and it was a choice which was right at that point of time. So first and foremost is to, get your mindset free, that there was something which you are not equally capable of. B, we are in a very, very good situation compared to, say, a few years ago.
True.
Organizations are open to actually, in fact, I would say there's no longer taboo about sabbatical because even men are taking sabbatical.
True.
And now, job losses and startups and funding not taking place. So 6 months, 1 year breaks is very common. And I think organizations are getting open to the idea that, yes, it happens. It's a 40-year career. In a 40-year career, a year or 2 year break, I would not even count to a break. So it's not exactly a return to kind of a work. I would say it's just a break. That's it. I mean, you go for a 2-day break, you've gone for a 2-year break. Look at it in this way. But yes, while the environment is slightly more enabled, I know we can do a lot more, but there's also a lot of onus on us. The first onus is, don't think that where you left, don't expect that that is only the place where I will ultimately go back to. Or my peers, my batchmates, they are at a VP position. So pegging at my batchmates, I should enter at a VP position. Sorry. Everybody's journey is different. Everyone's story is different. Your journey will be different. His or her journey will be different. So peg it to your journey, not to someone else's journey. And there's no kind of, it's a job at the end of the day. There's no kind of a stigma attached about the fact that, I left at a VP, now I'm entering into an AVP level, because it's a different kind of a job and an industry now. Things change. The fourth thing is also that please make sure that you're relevant to the job profiles and the industry you want to come back to. So make sure that you're adding skills to yourself. You are adding networks. You are interacting with people. Yes, you took a career break for personal reasons, but that doesn't make that you need to take a break from your learning and from your networks also. That is very important. So keep investing in your learning, keep investing in your skills and networks. Make sure that you remain in touch with people, because it looks very odd that for 3 years you have not been in touch with people and then you pick up the phone and say, hey, you know what, I'm looking at something. So it's very important to balance that out. And there are many, many opportunities out there. So just go and grab them.
True. Absolutely. So that's nice. And as you rightly said, rather than thinking, if I just left it as a VP, joining back as a VP, or if I just left it XYZ, just getting into that same salary, if we remove that barrier, and life is much, much better, because our life is our own unique journey, and we can start exploring everything. Right? So
yeah, I know. I mean, in your career break, I mean, look at it in this way. If you've been on a maternity leave, what better achievement was there to actually bring a future citizen of the country to life and actually take care of him or her during that time? That was a job much bigger than anything else. So, I mean, don't think that, there was any kind of a trade-offs or anything of the sort. It happens.
Absolutely. So that's good. So thanks, Sarika, for sharing your time. And I'm just going to let our team also able to connect with you if required through us or directly, so that you could be able to guide them. And looking forward soon in Bangalore to just host you. Just come soon.
I will do that. Okay. Next time in Bangalore, we do a live webinar.
Yes, we should do that. Okay, thanks a
lot.
All right. Have a good day. Thank you so much. Take care.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.